So you're back for more survival horror games. You love it so much that it's very addicting. I understand, because that's what I'm doing right now. So, let me recommend you guys some of the games that I've found, and let me tell you this. They are so good, and I hope I can convince you to try these games out. Well, anyway, hello and kumusta? This is the Artsi, and these are 3 survival horror games that are fresh, unique, and surprisingly very good. Well, that's just my opinion. First game I'm gonna show you is called Holstin. Now, when I first saw the trailer for this game, I felt it had potential. After playing it, that curiosity turned into amazement. Holstin is a survival horror game at its core, but at the same time, it does a lot of new things, but in a good way. Holstin is set in a Polish town in the 90s. Of course, your objective is to find out the truth to what's happening inside the town, as per usual. But execution to the story in the game is top-notch in my book. The voice acting, the dialogue, the atmosphere, the creepiness of the game, and the enjoyment when you play the game are all very good. Very rarely that I see some survival horror games of this quality, and that got me this excited. And I'm not exaggerating, by the way. This game is really that good. If you play the game yourself, you'll see what I'm talking about. Well, granted, I only played the demo, but if the demo got me this hype, then that's more than enough for me to buy this game on release. Now, I haven't talked about the gameplay yet, so let's get started with that. Gameplay wise, it's your typical fixed camera angle. It's our niche and comfort. But the devs added a twist to the gameplay, and it made it unique and fresh in my opinion. When engaging in combat in this game, aiming down the sight of the weapons turns your view from a fixed camera angle into a third-person view whenever you aim down your gun. It added more tension to the game, and I loved it. The devs even added a rotation mechanic on the fixed camera view. So if you want to find some items in the area, you need to look very carefully of your surroundings. The game also doesn't handheld you too much, which I also love. Now, when it comes to the zombies in the game, there are more like mutants, meaning each zombies in the game have their own unique ability, or similar to a superpower like in X-Men. But again, in a good way, and it still feels creepy, but at the same time, very stressful. There's also similar mechanics to Dead Space, where each limb has its own weaknesses when you torn off apart one of their body parts with your weapon. Like when the head gets blown off, they get blinded but can still attack randomly, torn the arms off and you reduce their damage and limit their attack mobility. Shot off their legs and they won't run anymore, but can still grab you and chase you while crawling on the ground. I love that the devs took notes from Dead Space. I just wish more games add this kind of mechanic to their games. Okay, so we're done with combat. So what about the puzzles in the game? Of course, there are puzzles in the game. It's not a survival horror game without puzzles. And puzzles in this game are hard and tricky. Again, I only tried the demo for this game, but that alone took me 1 hour for the puzzle. And I'm not even including the combat demo for this game. I'm really geeking out for this game. Well, anyway, again, this game is called Holstin, made by Sonka. I actually don't know if it's one person that made this or a small team. The game is on Steam. It hasn't been released yet, but there's a demo out, and I'll tell you this again. The demo has a lot of content, so I recommend you highly to check this game out. For a survival horror fan that's watching this, do not miss this one out. Next game I'm gonna show you is called Geringi. Or was it Geringi? Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. But anyways, Geringi isn't your typical survival horror game. Why did I say that? Because you're not just surviving by yourself, but with also a companion inside the van that he doesn't leave for whatever reason. Maybe his legs weren't working, I don't know. But I do know that wherever you go, the person in the van and the van itself also goes wherever you go. The van is the equivalent of the safe room in survival horror games. but also a way for you to travel long distances. The game is a survival horror game, but it's also an adventure exploration game. Exploring the island, fighting against mysterious creatures, and uncovering the horrifying cosmic mystery that is happening to the island. Like in the first game that I reviewed, this game is also fresh and unique in my opinion. As I mentioned before, survival in this game is not just for your character, but also for your van. As for the person inside, so far I can only interact with him just for story purposes. And he sometimes gives us some advice from time to time. I can't remember. Whenever you go out from the van, you need to put on your gas mask to explore the area because the air in this island isn't very safe. You can explore the map without your van, but I don't recommend it. Besides, there are only two ways that I know to recharge your oxygen tank. First is to find some oxygen canisters around the map, and are limited by the way. And second is to charge it in the van. And let me warn you that your oxygen is also your health bar, so be very careful. In my opinion though, they should have separated the health bar and the oxygen bar, because it was a bit confusing before and also kinda feels unfair that my oxygen and health bar are the same. Devs, if you're watching this, please change this. It's annoying. You can also go hungry in this game, although I don't know what happens if it reaches to 0. I could find out, but that would take too long, and time is very precious to me. To progress the story, you need to finish some main missions in the game, or just do a little bit of detour around the map. There are daily missions in this game. Dailies are basically just side quest missions, but side quests that are creative and each missions are unique. You won't get bored with it, plus it's very rewarding. It gives you weapons like the shotgun or this funny looking weapon. Although side note, some of the side quests are kinda bug. Or maybe I'm just dumb. But anyways, combat wise in the game is very janky in my opinion. It's a simple melee attack, and shooting in this game is not really innovative. But it does have some creative weapons that you don't see much in survival horror games. Also, you can use the gas mask to spot some invisible enemies that you encounter in the game. Monsters aren't the only enemies in the game, there are also human enemies, and so far though, they only wielded melee weapons. Maybe the devs are thinking about giving them firearms in the future? Who knows? As I've said before, concept for the game is fresh and unique, but execution wise, it needs a lot more work to improve on. The combat needs more work. There are also some bugs that I encountered. Not a lot, but it's a decent amount. Well, to be fair, the game is still on the alpha stage, so I didn't go hard on it too much. Story-wise for the game is interesting. It's a cosmic horror game, but the game also has mystery in it. I love the cutscenes, by the way. Out of the 3 games that I'm covering for this video, this game is the creepiest. I got scared so much that I went to open a Twitch streamer that I watch and play the song in YouTube. It might be not scary for some horror game enthusiasts out there watching this video, but I would still recommend this game. It's really fun. The game isn't out yet, but there's a demo available on Steam in the meantime. If you want to try this out for yourself, go check it out. This game is made by Denise Works. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Last game I'm gonna show you is called Greek Tragedy. It's a kind of cult-style survival horror game that is set on a college campus. If the first game's highlight is overall gameplay, and the second one is the game concept and horror factor, for this game, I would say it's the story, execution, and the most important of all in survival horror games is the replayability. The theme for this game is like watching a B-movie. It's scary, but also kind of quirky at the same time. The game is in a sense similar to Telltale games like The Walking Dead or story narrative games like Until Dawn. Except for this game, you control the character like in Resident Evil or in Silent Hill. It's not a fully movie game, but just the feel of it. Gameplay wise, it's not restrictive like in those games. You have full control of your character and can fully explore the whole game, no problem. Your character is named Amy Chipley. She is a popular writer in the campus, but lately her work is kinda going downhill currently. You go outside of your room, everything seems normal, but as time goes on, you notice that someone is in your apartment and felt like someone is watching you constantly. The door leading outside is locked because the lock mechanism has malfunctioned conveniently. So your objective is to escape your dorm room before something happens. You must find specific objects to help you get out of the dorm room. Use everything that you can at your disposal. But you also need to observe your surroundings and think very carefully to what you have to do next, because doing this mindlessly might end you up getting to the bad ending. And this game has more than 10 endings. How do I know this? Because I got the ending X. And if this is a Roman numeral, X means the number 10. Although, as I say that, the devs confirmed that the demo only has 4 endings that you can do, but can also do a full completion of the demo, and I meant 100% of the game, like achievements and stuff. There's a lot of secrets in the demo. The game so far is very smooth. I didn't encounter any bugs so far while I was playing this game, though I wish the graphics could refine the pixels a bit better. But still, I like the style of it, especially the drawing ones. There is combat in this game, where you get the taser later in the game. But I think the game is more puzzle focused and more psychological scares like in Silent Hill games. In Silent Hill, you have combat, but the focus is more into the story and atmosphere, unlike in Resident Evil, where Resident Evil is more into gameplay and managing your items. There's more interaction in Resident Evil is what I'm trying to say. That's why I'm comparing Greek Tragedy to the Silent Hill style of approach of gameplay. Moving on, Greek Tragedy's approach in the puzzle aspect are, in my opinion, kinda creative, and it's very rewarding when you solve the puzzle in this game. I mean, I know it's rewarding every time you solve a puzzle, but in this game, weirdly enough, I feel very satisfied. Because of the game's replayability, how you escape from the room or building will determine what ending you will get. So think carefully how you will escape, because what you choose and what to solve will determine your fate in the game. And that's very cool. This game is made by Cute Spooks and Prairieville Games. I think I remember Cute Spooks being the founder of this game, I'm not sure. The game has been developing for some time now, and I guess they could get all the help they need to finish this game. Hey, as long as it has a good result and fun to play, I'm all for it. Our final confrontation. One last struggle after years of the deadliest dance. In the heat of their defining moment, two bodies hit the floor, their fur rip and tore. Oh my god, they wanted nothing more. Update! Remember the first game I mentioned, Holstin? Well, apparently, it got a new update, so there's a whole new demo just waiting for you to play. And if some of you guys wanted to play the old demo of the game, you don't have to worry. You can play the old demos inside the new demo in the game. It's a category called the Legacy Demos, which the first demo called House is available, where you need to solve puzzles and find out the truth inside the house. And the second demo is called Tunnel, where it teaches you how to craft, find out what their weaknesses are, and how to fight them in general. There's also an endless mode in the second demo where it puts your skills to the test. How long will you survive, and how far will you go? In my opinion, this demo already feels like a full game. So again, these three games are very good, but out of all the three, Holstin is the one that I recommend the most, especially to survival horror fans. Oh, and a word of advice in this game, shoot their dicks. Surprisingly, it's very effective. Trust me. If you guys wanna see me live, go watch me on Twitch. I update my schedule regularly. I play tons of games that I take interest in, from horror games to Souls-like games, to FPS, to rage games, to survival games, to RTS games, and so much more. As long as it's interesting and fun to play, I'll play it for sure. If you guys didn't know, I have another YouTube channel that's all about gaming, of course, some vods from Twitch that I uploaded here and there, and some videos that I played with my friends off stream, and some edited shorts that I post daily. I also have a TikTok if some of you guys use it. Well, that's about it. Thank you for watching and see ya on the next video. Hey, psst, did you like the video? Well, if you did, how about liking the video? On top of that, you should subscribe too. Ah, by the way, if you want more videos made by me, click here on the screen. Come on, just click it. It won't hurt ya. You won't? Okay then, fine. See you later, I guess.